Alright, in this tutorial we shall learn on how to develop website using Django and Python. Alright, so I'm using the Linux subsystem for Windows, which if you do not have, you're supposed to install. I would like to advise you make sure that you have the latest version of Windows operating system, that is Windows 10 operating system. If you're not, you should upgrade your Windows operating system to Windows 10 more or Windows 11 in order for you to use this Linux subsystem for Windows. Here I have, you should upgrade your Windows operating system to 22H2. It is mandatory for you to do so, otherwise you will face problems when you want to use the Windows, that is a Linux operating system for Windows. I love Linux, and Linux makes everything easy for me, you know, and I love Windows, I love Linux. In order for you to do so, in order for you to install the Linux subsystem for Windows, you just go on your browser here. You see this is a link. You go to this link. I have it here. You follow this instruction in order for you to get this Linux subsystem for Windows installed in your computer. Follow each and every instruction. After that, you make sure that you download Python for your Linux subsystem. These are the commands. Make sure you do all this before you start with the tutorial. Alright, now I'm in my command line. I have everything installed in my machine. I'm in my folder. For you to navigate from one folder to another in the Linux subsystem for Windows, you use cd/mtn. All your drivers are stored in mnt. I want to navigate. I'm already in the E folder. In order for me to move there, let's say for example, I want to go back to the C folder. I will do this cd/mnt C, and I will move to the C folder. Okay. Oh, let me check out my directory. So for us to move forward, the next thing we have to create is a folder called virtual environment. For you to install virtual environment, you run pip install virtualenv. Please note, you cannot use pip if pip has not been installed in your machine. Pip is automatically installed when you install Python 3 and above. Alright, so make sure that Python has been installed in your machine. You can use just normal Windows in order to run this project without any problem. Please set up your environment first. If you're using just Windows, please make sure that Python has been installed in your computer, and also make sure that virtual environment make sure that pip has also been installed. To note that pip has been installed, you can just run pip if you see all this, you should know that your pip has been installed in your computer. All right, okay, so pip virtualenv, right, ls, I have a cd my env. This is a name that I gave to my virtual environment. I had already created mine, but I was just showing or illustrating in order for you to understand what I'm doing. Okay, so I already created mine. Is my env. The name of the virtual environment I created for mine, I named it my env. So this is how I created mine. I had virtualenv virtualenv my env. If you do so, if you run this command, you're going to create a virtual environment called my env in your computer. This virtual environment is of utmost importance. It helps you differentiate the libraries which has been installed in your project from different projects in your computer, so they cannot clash. All right, it's of great importance for you to do so. If not, your project will not run, or it will not run correctly. You always run into errors. CD my env. I'm now inside my virtual environment called my env. Make sure you activate the virtual environment. In Python, you activate the virtual environment by running this command: source bin activate. In normal Windows, you activate it by running scripts activate. This is what you do for Windows. In normal Windows, this is a command you shall run. In normal Windows, you run this command to activate your virtual environment. All right, but I would definitely recommend each and everyone to use the Linux subsystem for Windows. Using Linux, it makes your development easier. There are many other frameworks which work with Linux without any problems, whereby you don't have to install third parties libraries in order for you to get it running on a Windows operating system. But if you have a Linux subsystem installed in your Windows, such frameworks, you can easily get them installed and running into you can easily get them set up and running without any problem, or installing third parties libraries to get them running. Linux makes programming easier and makes things not that complicated as compared to when you're just using Windows operating system. Okay, I have my virtualenv. All right, okay, I have my virtual environment set up. I have activated it. All right, the next thing is we are going to run a project. We are going to create a project folder. Okay, we're going to create a project folder. So note, I already have, okay, so Django. So let me run the command once more. Note, you should run this command to make sure to create your project folder and everything that you need to start running your Django project. So Django admin start project. I give the name of my project example. So this will create all the necessary components you will need for your project. Okay, this I already have a project name example. That's it there. I already created a project called example, so I move into it. Next, we have to create, Django is made up of apps. A full Django project is made up of apps. So we have to create an app for a Django project. To create an app, first make sure to install. You can go ahead to install pip install Django in this project file, which is mandatory. It's of great importance. So Django admin start app. The name of your app, I've given mine home. It said home already exists. True, because I have created it. When you check, you see we see here this is home, which has been I created already. Okay, so I have successfully created a Django project. I have created an app. All right, So in the next tutorial, we shall move forward on creating our project.